So hello, here we are in Paris and we're coming to the end of 3 days of the World Retail Congress 2014. I'm here with the Market Intelligence team at WGSN and here are some of our first thoughts from the event.
A key takeaway from this year's World Retail Congress is the fact that clients are becoming ambassadors for the brands and shops they love, especially online retailers. L'Oréal, for instance, will soon allow their customers to build their own websites featuring the products they love. And Made.com recently launched a social network. People upload the images of the products they bought into that social network, allowing other people to see how it looks, therefore transforming their own living room into Made.com's showroom.
So for me, some of the thinking around the role of the store and the future role it plays in terms of strategy has been really interesting. The question facing many retailers is, do you create a space that's much more immersive and ties into that experience that customers want, or do you create a store that's much more convenient and kind of fits into the omni-channel shopper journey and is basically a grab-and-go place for product? And this is like a major strategic question that retailers have been focusing on at the event.
With the overall theme of the conference this week being disruption, one of the biggest disruptors that we're seeing in the retail space and that we're being heard talked about at the conference is mobile. Many major retailers are talking about how a huge proportion of their online sales are now coming through mobile devices. We heard from Andy Street at John Lewis, who said that last year over 50% of their online sales came from mobile. So increasingly what's going to be important going forward is the way that retailers harness and embrace mobile, and it'll be really interesting to see what they do with that.
As well as mobile, another big part of the disruption we're seeing is in the amount of new consumers that are coming into the market. China and India are expected to have 1 billion new middle-class consumers across the next 30 years, and the tourist dollar is being increasingly sought after. We spoke to Mike Gould, former CEO of Bloomingdale's, to get his thoughts.
Enhancing the tourism office itself and being able to give guided tours, have professional sales associates take people through the store. I think it's also trying to have a better empathy for what that customer wants. Also reaching out to the concierges in key hotels. Also creating programs with a number of the tour directors, tour operators. So these are the things that Bloomingdale's is doing.
It's clear that tourism represents a huge opportunity for retailers. But what will be really interesting will be the kind of best practice strategies that emerge to separate the winners from the losers.
So that was just a quick look at some of our initial takeaways from WRC 2014. We've got more analysis coming up, so keep a lookout for more reports in the next couple of weeks.